Hello, everyone. It's State Representative Sara Innamorato. I have a few minutes to provide you with a legislative update, so I am going to be quick and as least depressing as possible. So as you may have read this summer, the governor signed into law HB 732, which is a reprise of HB 1100, which is the tax credit program for petrochemicals. After that was signed into law, I began working on a bill with one of my colleagues on the eastern side of the state, Representative Kyle Mullins, on a community host agreement bill, which would essentially require these industries to enter into an agreement with the host municipality, and there would be, a bevy of requirements that would be decided democratically by the people who live there, and it would give them some legal recourse if that facility did not uphold their end of the bargain. So trying to, do what we can given the current climate of Harrisburg. The other more reassuring thing that we saw this summer was the release of the Attorney General's grand jury report, which essentially said that the Department of Health and the Department of Environmental Protection failed to protect the people of the Commonwealth from the fracking industry. It's a very large report, so if you want to sit back and read it, go ahead. But at the end, there is a series of policy recommendations, and myself and some of our colleagues are working on those, on crafting those pieces of legislation. We hope to package them and promote them starting in 2021 when we're back in session. But really, what our office has been working on primarily has been issues of radioactivity in waste. About a year ago, it was brought to my attention what was going on in Bell Vernon, and I began speaking to a number of experts in that area and finding out where our gaps in our regulatory environment are. So the way that we wanted to handle that problem is really to bring together a table of experts and folks who have been impacted by this. So the past 9 months, we've been meeting with scientists, community members, folks who have worked in the regulatory environment, policymakers, environmental lawyers, and we have a number of pieces of legislation that are ready to go. And really what they do is close the hazardous waste loophole. Right now, there is a special carve out for the oil and gas industry when it comes to regulating their waste. And because they do not need to test for things that other heavy industry would have to test for, they can dispose of them in municipal landfills, which then could create a climate where folks are being exposed unnecessarily to the toxic material that's used in the fracking process and the naturally occurring radioactive material that's extracted from the ground when we extract shale gas. We saw in New York, in the signing into law, a very similar bill in New York State, which was reassuring. So we've been talking to them. And, so far we have a few dozen co-sponsors on the bill. So, it is gaining momentum. We are educating at least the Democratic caucus on this issue. And we'll be doing that a little bit more at a public policy hearing that we're hosting on October 14th at 2 p.m. If you are interested in attending or listening to that recording, you can email me at sinnamorato@pahouse.net, and we can make sure you get a link to that. It will also be streaming live on YouTube. That's all I have for now. I look forward to taking any questions and continuing the dialogue. Thank you all for the hard work that you're doing. On the outside, you deserve elected representatives that are working equally as hard on the inside. So thanks for inviting me, and I look forward to our conversation.